Listen, I'm sorry I jumped you on that call.
I have never been spoken to like that before in my life. Not on the sidewalk, not at work, certainly not by someone who's supposed to be my partner. That was in front of a victim. I don't care what you had going on in your life. I have things going on too. If you can't do the same for me, don't ride with me on 61.
When the paramedics arrived at the scene, they found a man with a head injury on his forehead. While Dawson went to the ambulance to get the medical kit, the man leaned toward Brett and said in an eerie voice that he had just stabbed his neighbor. Brett immediately rushed into the bedroom to check. There she saw a woman lying on the bed with a stab wound to her chest. By the time Dawson came in with the medical kit, the woman was already no longer breathing. The sudden death deeply affected Brett. She was overwhelmed with guilt and sadness and couldn't pull herself out of those emotions. The next day, while on a call, a man fell off his bike and fractured his wrist. Dawson asked Brett for gauze and a sling so she could stabilize the injury. However, Brett, who was clearly not in a good state of mind, handed her a pair of scissors instead. Dawson repeated what she needed, but Brett still didn't bring the gauze or the sling. Dawson could only urge her to hurry. Unexpectedly, that comment set Brett off. She suddenly lost her temper, threw down the medical kit, and walked away. Left with no choice, Dawson had to finish the basic bandaging herself and then transport the patient to the hospital. After returning to the firehouse, Dawson even took the initiative to apologize to Brett, saying she shouldn't have interrupted her earlier. But Brett didn't appreciate the apology at all. Instead, she felt Dawson had embarrassed her at the scene. She even turned the blame around and accused Dawson of bringing personal emotions into the job.